Hey, yo, y'all remember before SoundCloud they had SoundClick?
SoundClick, yeah, I was messing with that too. SoundClick is actually the first thing. Hus put me on the SoundClick. That's the first thing we ever used. So we would find the producers on SoundClick. This is how crazy it is. I would rip the beats from SoundCloud onto GarageBand or whatever, Cool Edit.
Yeah,
and then we would
Cool Edit. Shout out Cool Edit Pro.
Here we go.
Wow.
Then we would spit on them, and then we'd reach out to the guys. We'd look for them on MySpace, send it to them, and that's how we really built.
Holy shit!
Up the foundation.
That's initiative right there.
Right now,
that's
man.
initiative. Because if I'm a producer and somebody sends me my beat back with some really fire bars on it, I'm going to be like, well, shit, now I got to keep it. I can't. I guess we're working together.
Right.
You are now listening to the Abyss Podcast with Carl the White Monk, Primo Jab, and Luke Cage.
Righteous right now.
All right.
Yeah, this is 104, huh?
Nope.
105, man.
That's right. 105.
That's what's up.
I ain't good with numbers. Anyway, yo, everybody, welcome to the Abyss Podcast. Carl got the Canadian flag up there.
That's right. Representing roots.
Word. Yeah, yo, that shit is fire.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
I know.
Word.
I know. It's
pray
burning.
pray for our brothers up there in Canada, yo.
And down in Maui. Yeah.
Yeah, on Hawaii, yo. Yeah,
it's the fire era. We in the age of fire
it
now,
is, yo.
It's a whole
it's like Avatar Last Airbender, yo. The Fire Nation coming through like a motherfucker. Anyway, dope shirt, shit. Primo Jab.
Oh man, this whole thing is nothing but that red jab goblin joint. You know, you can get one if you want one. They're everywhere.
Fire artwork.
Yeah, man. You know, shout out iMod Works. Shout out E.
Right.
Shout out the amazing Carl for doing the graphic design work and everything, really allowing the vision to come to life.
I do a little something, you know, little Photoshop work here and there.
Yeah. Real fresh.
Well. And yo, issue number 105, man. We got another special guest in the building, yo. We got Smooth in the building, yo.
Smooth,
that's right. Welcome.
What's going on?
Nothing. We just over here doing our thing. We over here doing our thing, man. I saw you was over there with an onyx the other day, man.
Oh yeah, man. That was great. That was fun, man. Word. Yeah, we did Sony Hall last week. Yeah. Man.
That's dope.
Word. Yeah.
Well, so I'm gonna just go ahead and get into it, man. How did this Fredro Starr Smooth joint come about, man?
So I did initially at first I did a song with Sticky, and then Fredro heard it, and then he hit me like, yo, like, we got to do an album. Let me produce it for you and this and that. So that's really how, because the manager reached out to me because he said he heard a joint I did on Sirius XM, and then he reached out to me, and then he got me on a joint with Sticky, and then, you know, the rest is history after that, man. Word.
Yeah, Project Near You, yo. Shout out to Goons Gear, who put that out, Goons Gear.
Yeah, well, Onyx put it out on their 100 Mad label, which is, but Goons Gear did the physical and everything else. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the production on that is fantastic. Yeah.
Word, I appreciate that. Word, man. Yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
So boom, he just send you the tracks, or y'all got in there and did it organically, or you just picked all the beats and then went in? How did you attack that joint?
It took me a little. Well, he first sent me one batch. I picked out what I liked out of that batch, and then you know, he kind of got an understanding for what I like, and then he sent more batches, and then we just did it like that. We did it through email, and then and then we linked up in the physical last year, and we did Rock the Bells and everything like that, and then from there, you know, when I went with them to do that, we shot the video, and then basically, you know, the shows they got going on. If I can, I I pop out with them. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
Yeah, that's really how it came about. They hit me, and then we just me and Fredro exchanged numbers, and then we just would chop it up on the phone and do it like that. Yeah.
That's some wild shit, G.
It is, man.
Definitely crazy. Definitely crazy. Wow,
how are you enjoying that, man? Like, how you enjoying being a professional amongst legends, man? Like, because I mean, you circulate in a lot of different circles, and you've been around people who've been getting busy for a while. You got your own name. You've established yourself for quite some time, man. But I mean, do you ever sit back and just be like, man, I'm doing the joint with Onyx right now. I got to join with Fredro.
Yeah, definitely. Because my dad actually, he's still like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Because Onyx is his favorite group. Yeah, Onyx is his favorite group. So I listened to them a lot growing up. You know what I mean? So shit is definitely crazy. Like I sit back. I actually hit him the other day, and I just was like, yo, like. I hit him the other day. I was like, man, I appreciate you. Like, cause I never really had the time to just sit back and really reflect on it.
Yeah.
And I just was really sitting back and I was like, I can't believe this. You know what I mean? Yeah. It feels great, man. Word.
That's dope.
Because we've been established. We did an episode last week about when hip hop was so called dead, the downtime from like 2003 to like 2016. And like, and the MySpace era is when you came up and you was like a part of that.
Yeah.
Right. I talked about Ghetto Socks and stuff. He was a part of that dead period. Well, it wasn't really dead, but it was like a different time to digest. We had to understand how to digest and get music.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. It just wasn't mainstream anymore.
True indeed. Exactly. And we had to find it differently, yo. So boom. How do you feel about, I know we interviewed you on the old podcast a few years ago, but how do you feel now? How do you feel about the current state of affairs right now from 2000? It's like 2013, 12.
About 12, really. 12, 13. 12, Nah, it's good. I mean, everybody's contributing now, man. Like, there's so many different dope artists. So it's a lot going on now that, we could attribute to guys like myself and Griselda, it's a lot of dope stuff going on, man. Definitely.
So indeed. Yeah. Also, Hus, definitely. Because, but I like that. But yo, me being a trip hop dude, a trip hop kind of trippy dude. You know what I'm saying? The Connect tape. I love the beats on the Connect tape, son.
Well, You know what's funny is I like the Connect tape too. You know what I mean? Because when we were putting this one together, I was like, yo, we should do something like the Connect tape, more like that. But he was like, nah, Hus was like, let's switch it up. You know what I mean? Let's do this. So, that's where we went with it. But we'll definitely be doing something like that again for sure. Like Connect tape. Yeah.
Marathon, the Illustrious, those beats are fucking, they give you that feeling, my G.
Definitely. I prefer those. I definitely prefer.
Really?
No, I like to be different, man. I don't like to do what, everybody else is doing. Not saying I don't like Paid in Full. I love it.
But you have the versatility to kill all of those, though.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Definitely.
I particularly like the Giallo chamber when you
Giallo
shout out Giallo Point. I think that's just y'all have a great chemistry together. How'd you even link up with Buddy? I mean, did you ever go over to UK or any of that type stuff, or how'd that come about?
That came about from he been following us since kind of like the early days, since like MySpace era, and
wow.
Then I was on SoundCloud. And I heard him. Well, actually, Hus heard him first, and Hus told me that he heard of him through Vinny Paz. So basically, I hit him up on Facebook Messenger, and then that's how we started working. And back in 2014, we did Portrait of a Pimp. It was supposed to just be a couple of songs, but then the chemistry was so crazy that, you know, like for some, you know, not to say for some reason, but people really love that chamber. So that's why we do so much. You know what I mean?
Medellin, I'm into Medellin personally. That whole joint, it's a it's a theme, you know, it's definitely a mind state to get into front to back. But before we go too far, you just said something we were kind of talking about earlier, man, like that's another medium and another kind of networking space that I think a lot of people don't realize really was kind of the nucleus at this time. That whole SoundCloud, searching and finding on tough. There. I mean, because it's so much, but then I think the cream rose to the top, right? I mean, I think that you had the voices really stand out and the people really started to you know, to link up and start making some impactful projects. I mean, this is a pure example of it. I didn't realize it came about like that. So that's dope.
Because I mean, MySpace had died, you know, so SoundCloud became a new place to between SoundCloud and Facebook. We just had to, you know, thug it out.
Cross promotion.
Thug it out. Exactly.
I definitely used to like commenting on certain bars, being like, "Oh man, buddy said this right here." You're like, that was the whole hot spot. You just go through and see what people's comments were.
Exactly. Yeah, man.
Hey, yo, y'all remember before SoundCloud they had SoundClick?
SoundClick, I was messing with that too. SoundClick is actually the first thing. Hus put me on the SoundClick. That's the first thing we ever used. So we would find the producers on SoundClick. This is how crazy it is. I would rip the beats from SoundCloud onto like, you know, GarageBand or whatever, Cool Edit.
Yeah. And then we would Cool Edit, shout out Cool Edit Pro.
Here we go.
Wow.
Then we would spit on them and then we'd reach out to the guys. We'd look for them on MySpace, send it to them. And that's how we really built
holy shit.
Up the foundation.
That's initiative right there.
Right now,
that's initiative. Because if I'm a producer and somebody sends me my beat back with some really fire bars on it, I'm going to be like, well, shit, now I got to keep it. I can't. I guess we're working together.
Right. Because I used to be like, yo, like how are they going to feel about this? But us was like, nah, I mean, we'll show them what we did with it. And if they fuck with it, then, you know, great. If they like, nah, take that down, we take it down. You know, so it worked out in our favor. Yeah, and then we would just we do that, and we try to be on everybody's top 8 on MySpace.
Wow.
And that's basically what we did, man. Yeah. Wow. And this is when it was still dead, like, you know what I mean? Like when there weren't too many people, like Rock was still coming up. Rock Marcy was coming up, Willie the Kid, Kyle was coming up. We were in the midst of that before everybody came about, you know, back in like 05. Yeah, we were really doing
05, 06. Yeah, 7.
Yeah, around those times we really were getting into it. Yeah, man.
And then you could do like a top 32 or something like that. Instead of the top 8, they extended it.
Extended it, exactly.
So everybody was working with, this is nostalgia like a motherfucker right here, yo.
I forgot MySpace was that technical for a second,
but I didn't know that you could rip those joints off SoundClick. I didn't know that. Cool Edit Pro, I had no clue. I had no clue.
Because some people would make the joints downloadable. So if they were downloadable, but if they're not, then you just gotta, you know,
you just gotta run it into an audio input.
Right, exactly.
And then just hit record on Cool Edit. And as I'm playing it from a device, it's just going into the computer and recording the track.
Boom.
I've ripped so much stuff that way.
Exactly.
Good old piracy. Hell
Ingenuity.
Free enterprise. Ingenuity. Exactly.
Yeah. You know, this is obviously back then we had nothing, you know, we just trying to make it happen. So that's what we were doing then.
So do you dibble dabble in production though? Like, hey, once in a while?
Does he?
Oh yeah.
I'm getting into it.
I don't know that any grown man should admit to dibble dabbling anything.
Yeah, dibble dabbling.
Yo, on the real,
maybe you could have phrased that differently. Pause.
I'm from the country. You gotta remember, even though I sound like a straight up, I'm an honorary East New York nigga, but I'm not. I'm from the country. Okay. So my pops said dibble dabble. You know what I'm saying? Word. Yeah, he country as fuck, yo. Reverend Red Boots. Shout out to my pops.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
No.
So boom. So what is your weapon of choice? What we're making these beats, man?
Oh, I mean, I could use the MPC and everything like that, but for me, it's easy, man. I just mess around with the software. Like when I do it, you know what I mean? I got Adobe Audition, and I just chop it up in there, and then
that's how I
do my thing. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because you could really, it's nice. You could really do a lot of blending and just craziness with the software. You know what I mean? If you're nice with it. So that's whenever you hear a beat by me, that's really what it is. You know what I mean?
Did you follow it from Cool Edit? Because Adobe Audition is actually Cool Edit Pro. They bought it out and then just rebranded it.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, when I first had Cool Edit, I got it like a lot of people got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was free.
A torrent?
Well, no. It was free software.
Yeah. But then it was free. But in order to really use it, though, you needed like
you needed a key to unlock everything.
Right.
And the keys you could get from a torrent site.
Exactly. So yeah. But
it was a lot more work, man. It was a lot more work to really pursue your desires, man. But I think that's what provided, the sound made it even better. You know what I mean? Because people actually, it wasn't just click button. Okay, done. Exactly. It was like, all right, I got to do this. It's going to take me a little bit of time to do this. I got to download this. I got to do, actually put that time into it, that effort.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. So that's really what it was, man. It was a grind for sure. For sure.
Yeah. We never actually went into this chamber of actually this software chamber of like actually getting it. We never even said torrents on here. When we said torrents on the show, that was a big
part. About it once.
Yeah. We don't
was huge.
These days, I do everything the correct way, but back in those days.
Hey, we had to do what we had to do.
Yeah, exactly.
I ain't fuck. Give me your unlocked fire stick. Hey, yo, Carl, go ahead.
So before we get too far off of producers and production, you're gonna say something?
I do those though, just so you know, if you ever need one of those.
There you go. See, closed mouth don't get fed, Lukey. Closed mouth don't get fed.
Yo, I need everything. Word. I'm getting rid of my YouTube TV. They raised it up to like $78 a month.
I'm like, yo,
fuck that.
They taxing.
I know.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Deal, Carl.
All right. So before we get too far off it, we were talking about producers and your versatility. So talk about working with Machacha.
Oh yeah, that was dope too. Like, you know what I mean? Because and his sound was great. You know what I mean? I like that because he's from over there in Denmark, and I had done basically I did a project that Copenhagen Crates put out, and then Machacha is the owner's boy.
Yep.
So basically that's how we put it together. He started sending beats, and I picked out what I liked, and then I just recorded it like that. But I didn't want it to sound like a Giallo project. I always like for everything to sound different. You know what I mean? So I went for the more the joints with the synths on them, and stuff like that. Yeah. So that was a great experience. He actually hit me up too. We're probably gonna do another one.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that sound. I like that. I don't even know. I was talking to Jay Petter, lead singer for Mind Force NYC. He's a hardcore singer, hardcore artist, and he was talking about trip hop.
He's a big hip hop head, though. Big
he's
a
huge. He be wearing Ralph Lauren like a low life on stage. You know what I'm saying? But he's like,
New York kid, man.
Yeah, he really. Poughkeepsie. That's how you say it.
Poughkeepsie.
Yeah, shout out to my man that locked up out there. What's the nigga locked up out there? The gorilla niggas. The nigga.
You talking about You talking about Casanova 2 times?
Casanova 2 times. Yeah. Ain't he from out there? Ain't them?
No, he ain't from out there. But they caught a case out there in PK. Yeah, they ain't from out there though.
Yeah, I remember something. Yeah. Well, I remember something like that. But yeah, the trip hop, like Portishead. I love.
Oh yeah.
Portishead. Yeah. I think that's my second favorite group, other than Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. That's a big statement.
I love that shit. I love that shit. The certain albums you put on, you have no skips. You know what I'm saying? Like, Portishead got 3 albums. Yeah.
That trippy shit is dope, man. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like, I listen to a bunch of different shit. I don't listen to, I'm not to say I don't listen to a lot of hip hop, but I listen to a lot of other shit. Mm-hmm. I just make hip hop, if you get what I'm saying. You know?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So that trippy shit, I like it, man. I definitely like it. I like that lo-fi shit.
Yeah, I love that shit too.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. I love lo-fi. I think I'm gonna do one of those soon.
Yeah, please.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I fuck with it.
Mm-hmm. I'll line up for that.
You'll blend real with that. Yeah. Your voice will blend. Yeah, but your voice, you got one of them voices. Yeah, like
I'm telling you, versatile.
Like, yeah.
No, it's like, to me, it's the biggest compliment though, because I really feel like vocalists have a unique opportunity if you have the talent to be able to do so many different things with it.
And between the worlds, right?
You know, it's no different than a drummer being able to play bluegrass as well as death metal. You know, if you're a one-trick pony, that's cool and all, and you might be really talented just doing that one thing. But to me, that real talent shines when somebody can really, flow in different ways and really adapt to what a producer's doing. And to me, I find the commonality is they have a lot of wide, varied interests, and that allows those different influences to be able to shape what you think you can do and what's possible.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, I
like a couple one-trick ponies, though. Like Mobb Deep. I want to hear that same song.
No, it's awesome.
Hold on, man. You disrespecting Havoc by calling him a one-trick pony. Because
I'm talking about the verses.
With the verses?
Yeah, the verses. I want to hear them. Someone getting put in the trunk, shooting them. Old guns.
You're saying subject matter wise. You don't want one-trick pony.
Changing styles, basically.
I don't want
you were
them
talking
to
about soundscape wise.
Definitely got
Havoc definitely was experimental. I mean, Quiet Storm, when he put that out there, you know what I mean? I think that was a turning point. A lot of people like, shit. Like, and when I say a lot of people, I mean people like outside of the music, Christina Aguilera, all these other people were starting to be like, oh wow. These guys are really creative. I mean, think about Get It Twisted. Y'all dig?
Oh yeah.
Like once Havoc got into that 80s vein of starting to sample those joints.
That's not Alchemist. Get It Twisted. It's Alchemist.
Maybe that is. I know Alchemist is When You Hear That. I thought. And Get It Twisted, I thought was Havoc. I don't know. I might be wrong, man. I might need to look it up. But I know for sure Quiet Storm. Going to the Googles I go. Quiet Storm was definitely Havoc.
Hey, yo, I saw this girl named Pinky Doll. If y'all don't Google her, man, you're going to find some OnlyFans shit. But Pinky Doll, she said, I went to the Go-Go. And I'm like, Go-Go's?
Yeah.
You saw that?
I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah. And she got the
Go-Go's.
I went to the Go-Go's.
Is she from the UK or something?
I think she's from.
It is produced by The Alchemist.
She's French, I believe.
She's French.
I think I heard her speaking French. Right.
Yeah, she bad. She bad.
I thought she had a little of that Ice Spice.
I be on the Reddit heavy, and I be seeing all this ridiculous stuff. So anybody goes to my story lately, that's all from Reddit.
Wow.
Yeah, I be trolling the OnlyFans girls on that Smooth. Like someone, the OnlyFans girl be like, "Would you breed me?" Or like, "Would you pull out? Would you pull out?" I was like, "Yeah," because they reverse Raid versus Roe. I wrote that on the under the comment. Yeah, I pulled out.
Now we're getting into it. Welcome to the show, Smooth.
Yeah, I'm here.
This guy.
500 upvotes. it'd be like 500 upvotes. And I'd be like, yo, all I said was just the facts. Yeah.
You one of those dudes that enjoys chaos, man. And that's all right, though, Lukey.
Not really.
Okay. Right.
It's controlled chaos. I don't like the controversial chaos where we like beefing and we going back and forth. I like funness of just like sarcasm. I don't want to argue with nobody because that's just why.
But I mean, no, I agree with you. But, you got to understand the world that we're living in right now is that if somebody tells you, or if I were to tell you that it's sunny outside, somebody's going to tell you there's going to be 6 other people, in fact, that are going to say, well, actually, no, it's not. It's not. And they're going to argue the truth with you, even though they're standing in the sunlight. That's the world we live in. And then they're going to change it to, well, why aren't we talking about the nighttime? What about, I'm somebody on the other side of the world. It's not sunny for me. So you're telling a lie. But you know what I mean? So I say that's the internet, man. That's why you can't really play with those idiots on there, man.
Hey, all three of y'all know what happens when it happens? Know what I do when it happens? I'd be like,
yeah, absolutely. See, because you're a normal. That's right. You're a normal. I don't know. Sometimes I get into
Lukey with the full act out, which will not translate
comment wars, man. I get into comment wars underneath some people's comment. For example,
I'm pretty sure. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say there was this. I was looking at the YouTube for our show one day, and there's this gentleman who came on there. We were talking to Chung. Shout out Chung. What's happening? And he was like, oh, man, I had never heard of this show and never listened to it before, but I found out about her and she's dope. Although I don't think I'm ever going to listen again because this guy, a.k.a. Lukey, talked bad about Talib Kweli. So I said something like, why did you even waste your time to tell us that you don't want to listen to us anymore? We don't care. You never listened to us in the first place. And then he responded back like, see, this is why nobody likes your show. This is why nobody listens to y'all because of this, that, and the third. I'm like, bro, no one. You never knew about us. Like, why are you even talking? Why are you wasting your time typing? Like, it just blows my mind the time and effort that people invest in that. Shout out to that guy who's not watching right now. Suck it. But anyway.
I don't really think, since you're such a cool dude, hence for the term smooth.
He's a smooth dude, bro.
Yeah, smooth dude. Yeah. Do you find yourself in internet confrontations with people? Like,
I
didn't think so.
No,
he said,
I don't have time for that, man. Because I mean, you might piss me off to the point that I want to do something and I can't do anything. So
yes, that's
fair. I'm not even about to entertain that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I have in the past, but I'm not doing that, man.
Word. Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's all reactionary right now, but I think that it's something that people really need to understand is that unless you literally are sitting right next to the person, what's the point in even getting upset? Why even worry about it? Like, I think it's funny, all the interactions and the comments that go on, and it really just blows my mind.
Comment
that people
sections.
It blows my mind when people get so invested in there. Sometimes I got to, man. I like to pour gas on the fire. I'm into that. I like
but I rarely feel like I want to troll.
Very rarely. Yeah, I got to do it
occasionally. If someone's being really, really stupid, then I might.
Or if somebody makes a good point. If somebody makes a good
knowing
point,
I'm not going back to it.
If someone makes a good point in the midst of the train wreck and everybody's like trying to go against them, I'll come in there and be like, "Yep, I agree with you," and that'll be mainly my comment. That's it. Like, "Yep, I agree, bro."
Yeah.
Smooth. You like basketball?
Do I like basketball?
Yeah.
Of course.
I'll check it out. One of my favorite players ever is the Dikembe Mutombo. You know what I'm saying? You going like this.
No.
I use that block button like a motherfucker all the time, yo. Like, you want to say something crazy? No. Yeah, no. I'm blocking that motherfucker, yo.
I don't block nobody, man. You gonna see me shine and prosper and all this shit, man. Please. I don't care. Because look, let me tell you something about this goofy internet culture. These people, even when you block them, they just gonna make some fake account and try to watch you from the fake account. That's the type of goofy times that we're living in right now. So I don't even block nobody. I'm like, hey man, you want to see it? Great. I'm glad I'm entertaining to you or whatever. So be it. But really, I don't care too much. Unless they're like trying to spam me or something, then I block like, the sex bots and comment on this.com and all that type of shit. I block all that type of shit. But anybody else,
And look, if anybody's ever looking for 100% approval rating, you're not going to get it. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist.
I don't want everybody to like me.
There's no way. There's everything is taste and opinion based, and you can't appeal to everybody.
Boss.
So you're not that's meant for everybody.
Take the hate. If it's valuable and you think you can improve, use it. If not, ignore it.
Yep. Fuck that shit. Hey, yo, Smooth, check it out. Boom. I know you said you like a lot of different genres of music and shit. So, boom, name us 5 things or 5 like artists or whatever, or albums or something. Like let's have like albums or artists or like groups or whatever that you like. Give us 5 people that it ain't rap and ain't hip hop.
Okay.
Good one,
yeah, that's a good one. Bjork. I used to listen to Bjork back in the days.
Yes.
Coming up, I listened to Korn. You know that fucking.
Oh shit! Nice. With the backwards K.
Yeah,
I got to see them live.
Now I get it. Now I get it. Yeah.
These days, Empire of the Sun.
Excellent.
You know what I mean?
Who is Empire of the Sun?
They got that song, "Walking on a Dream." That's my shit. Word.
On a Dream.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
everybody go to the Google.
Find it.
Yeah. Force to the People. I like them. Then I listen to a lot of old 70s shit, man. You know what I mean? A lot of soul. I'm big, you know what I mean? A lot of Aretha, shit like that, man. Throwback shit, man.
Yeah, make you feel good shit, yo.
Yeah, exactly.
True.
You know what I mean? Yeah, wow.
That makes sense. Didn't Bjork go bald? Like she got sick in the 90s or something? Or what happened?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you that.
So. Maybe she cut her hair off. To the goggles I go, mate.
Yeah.
I don't know why I remember that, yo. I don't know why I remember that.
Yeah.
I saw it on MTV.
Yeah, it's 97. Dang, you're right. That's the first thing that popped up. MTV. Bjork canceled several upcoming U.S. appearances in 97 because she had a high fever and a kidney infection.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I don't know. She was headball. I know. Maybe she got mad sick.
I don't think those two things went together. But yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting too that you mentioned Korn, because when we talk about the influence of hip hop, there was a whole subculture of rock metal that was heavily influenced by hip hop. Korn, Limp Bizkit, Deftones. A lot of those bands, if you listen to the drums alone, the drummers were hip hop drummers. They were definitely playing like real beats.
Exactly. That
heavy bass influence stuff. But yeah, it's kind of interesting just how much hip hop as a culture really influenced so many different sounds.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
I think it's just like what we're talking about right now. Like, I think you can go to people like a Travis Barker or somebody like that who is a drummer, and you ask him, give us 5 influences, and he's going to probably say at least 2 of them are going to be producers, hip hop producers who are doing break beats or something.
Havoc.
Right. And then he's going to start saying other stuff. I think it's easy to discount the cross-pollination that happens in music. I think that's what makes especially hip-hop, but just all genres of music, even to country or to a smaller degree, but you can say country, that everybody's kind of listening to everybody else and be like, oh, you know what? I never thought about doing it that way. And while they might not take your whole style or nothing, or they might not appreciate your struggle or your lyricals or whatever the case is, the actual points of your art, they might see your technique and be like, you know what? I've never thought about modulating my voice this way. Let me put that into here.
Definitely.
Like that.
That's funny that you say that, because I ride around sometimes because the kids, they love K-pop.
Talk about that.
G-Dragon.
Yo, my house, 24/7 K-pop, man. But the mixes though, the mixing, like when I listen to how that shit is crispy. Like,
top notch.
Like that, top notch.
High production value.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, they got the money, man. They got the budget behind it. We were talking to K Burns a little bit ago, or 2 episodes ago, and
my boy,
man, salute to him, man. That's something that we were talking about, was the fact that I think you can tell the difference between the high production value of one time versus the DIY production value, and how it's kind of good in some cases, but it's kind of detrimental. And I think you look at K-pop, they got the budget behind them. They're not doing K-pop records in their bedrooms or anything like that. They're all backed by some sort of, label or whatever the case is.
TV station.
Whatever it is.
I will say, though, there are... It's an individual thing, though, because even in this lane, there are people that produce, and when they produce like high production value stuff. And
I agree.
Big Ghost, Finn.
I was just about to say,
Future
Wave.
You got people that are engineers. I think, to say what you're saying and piggyback on what you're saying, Carl, and even more so for you, Smooth, you're a producer, so I'm sure you do your own mixing and mastering as well, right? Just to get into the way that you want it to sound.
Oh yeah. Like most of my shit, some of it, like Giallo Records, he did those. He's nice. He makes them sound.
He's
real
a great engineer.
Yeah, he makes them sound real big.
But I'll also flip to the other side of that and say that you have producers that intentionally go super grimy with it, like shout out God Bless Beats.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Where he wants that bass to distort.
To bleed. He likes that distortion.
To really, have that kind of crackled like I'm overloading you. And he does that intentionally. It's a production style. So, I think it's really something that, K-pop definitely, at least what we're getting of K-pop is definitely on that high level, but it's not unavailable to this DIY community either.
Do you think there's underground K-pop?
I'm going to tell you, I listened to some skits that we did that sounded really, really high production value. I don't know. I thought I was in a movie. So,
we was acting and shit, yo. Hey, yo, you heard of G-Dragon Crayon? That's an old song. G-Dragon Crayon. It's like crayon, but it's like get your crayon, like go crazy. That's funny.
Wow. Wow, throwing puns in there. That's good.
Who else? Shiny. I don't know if they're around no more, but like one point in time, my homegirl had me on K-pop like a motherfucker. I felt so ashamed, yo.
Why'd you feel ashamed?
I don't know what the fuck they saying.
That's all right, though. In a couple of years, your daughter's going to be into
having a good time. Like it, enjoy it.
They got some catchy shit, man.
Yeah, they could be calling me the N-word in the song. I don't know what the hell they be saying.
They're not saying that. They don't.
But do I know? But do I know?
They don't be on that. Koreans,
there are plenty of black people that
know,
are really into K-pop that would hear it. Oh, they are. Yeah. Oh, there's a huge subculture of anime. I
know. Yeah. I definitely know there's a large black contingent over there in Korea. But I'm saying I don't know what the hell they're saying, bro. I don't know what they're saying. I would like to know what they were saying.
I feel I feel you on that.
Because then I'm gonna be saying it. And do I know what they're saying? Nah.
Yeah. I get you.
Say it again. Spool.
No, I'm saying I get what you're saying.
Yeah, the melodies be mad catchy. I can't front. It's like the boy band is returned. Like, they never went anywhere. They never went anywhere.
I think that's my only. I think that's why I can't fully get into it, is because I can't understand what they're saying. But the music, though, it's good, man. They got good shit. But I think I just can't really. I personally can't get with it like how I might get into some other shit, because I can't fully understand what they're saying. You know what I mean?
True indeed. But the entertainment value, these motherfuckers are singing, dancing, they're on TV acting, they're doing a lot of shit. They it's really talented.
Yeah, that's the thing too. I look at all, cause like, you know, I was doing, by day, I do like audio engineer work and shit like that. So I was working.
See? There you go. I knew you were an engineer. I knew you got that ear.
Yeah. I was working up I was up at iHeart with Breakfast Club.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I was doing that. But I never really, there's nothing I put out there like that because I didn't want everybody being like, yo.
No, this is alter ego shit. Low key Bruce Wayne type shit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was working at the TV station that was filming Breakfast Club prior to BET Revolt. So, like, when I look at videos and I look at everything, I see everything differently. You know what I mean? So when I watch the K-pop shit, I'm looking at the film and I'm listening to the audio of it. I'm watching the rollout. Everything they do is top notch, down to how they roll out their albums and everything. You know what I mean? Like that shit. Like, I'm trying to do it like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, like everything they do is crazy. The camera work, that shit is crazy, man. Bird. That shit is crazy. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
True indeed. Since I started mixing my shit, I started hearing other stuff. I'm like, yo, this gotta go right here. This is a piece of a puzzle. It's really like a piece of a puzzle. And then certain times there's a piece missing. You'd be like, or like, yeah. True indeed.
That type of shit. Mm-hmm.
But I kind of still like the grimy. That's probably one of the reasons why I like Machacha still. Machacha and stuff, because they don't care. Them dudes don't care. They just put it out a lot of times.
Put it out, let it, it's working. You know what I mean? If it works for them, that's great. You know what I mean? But I'm not opposed to that either, because I've been working. I got like 6. I've been working on a lo-fi project with this producer 1-2. He's big in that. He's big in that genre, and the shit sounds like that. You know what I mean? Real grimy, but good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to putting that shit out, but I'm just taking my time with that, because that needs to be. Because I'm really a big fan of that. Like, people hear what I do, but I feel like soul and that type of shit, soul, lo-fi, that's really my passion before all of this shit I'm doing, like Adult Swim shit. I'm really into that sound. You know what I mean?
Me too.
That's really the sound that I like. But, I just pretty much take the best of what I'm given, and I work with it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
True indeed.
Yeah. But if I could find guys like that, oh man, I'd be doing that all day. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of those guys. Back in the MySpace era, I was with these dudes called strangegibberish.net. Strange Gibberish Recordings. Not strange, whatever, not Tech 9. But that's all we did was like lo-fi, like experimental shit. I forget what they call it. But the Adult Swim era with Flying Lotus and all those producers. What's the dude that did the Samurai shampoo with the same
Nujabes you talking about?
Nujabes, Crazy Dilla stuff, all that stuff. That's all we did.
Birthday today. It's crazy that you brought his name up. That's wild.
Yeah, man.
That is wild. Yeah, so it's like there's a lot of those guys out there, but low key, people aren't rapping on that, or they
exactly. But that's why I'm about to be though. I really didn't want to put it out there like that, because I don't like people trying to do what I'm doing. But not to say that they would.
They're not gonna pick them beats though. That's the deal, because they go away. Yeah. Hey, check it out, Smooth. I got a beat on this group album that I wanted Mondo Slade to rap on, and he said, "Man, this beat is fucking crazy whack." He said it was whack as fuck. He couldn't get. Matter of fact, I made him say it on the song. I said, "Man,
I hate this beat, Lukey."
Yeah, he said this shit is not annoying. Yeah, because there's no drums. There's no drums. I'm thinking no drums. Okay.
Yeah. It's a really weird chopped up sample, but it's dope. Honestly, I like it.
I liked it.
I think it's kind of dope.
But they don't pick them beats.
But I liked his comment more.
Yeah, I like his comments even better though. That's what sets it off though. Like yo, Lukey, this beat garbage as hell. Isn't it?
I say that to say,
check it out.
Hey, but I say that to say they're not gonna to have beats come to life. Sometimes the voice got to come on it. So they're not what you're gonna do. People ain't gonna be able. People, they can't hop on it like you. I'm not saying that they're not a good MCs because Mondo is great, yo. I love Mondo, but it's like he ain't picking that beat. But when you put vocals on it, it becomes dope. Know what I mean? So that's what happened. That's what Doom did. Doom rhymed on some crazy shit, like some real shit. Then I hear the instrumental like that shit's whack.
But that's exactly.
All right, Smooth. Hold on, I got a question for you then. Since we're talking about the lo-fi realm and everything,
right? It's gonna be good.
This is more of a technical MC question. Like, what kind of MC with your style of delivery and everything? What type of MC archetype do you feel like you fit yourself into? Like, whose footsteps? Whose clan would you be a part of? You know what I mean? Like, who are your A-likes? Do you feel like that would also be decent in that type of soundtrack? You know what I mean? Who else would also be like, yeah, they need to be on this beat with me? Like, if you go collect some features, and it could be from now or from the past.
Yeah.
Oh, from now or from the past. Well, the first person, I'm be honest, like I'm definitely going. Well, he's a family friend, but I'm gonna definitely hit up Bus. You know what I mean? Because Still Shining off of The Coming. Dilla did that beat. When I hear Bus over Still Shining, man, that shit.
Shout out Busta Rhymes.
Crazy how he touched that. I don't know if you remember the record, but oh man, that's one of my favorite songs today. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Who else would I hit up?
I gotta come back to that. Go ahead.
Yeah, of course I'm gonna bring my boy Hus in, you know.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring Hus in. I think well, obviously, you know, I'd hit up Doom for sure.
My guy. Yep.
Who else would I bring in? I think Prodigy might actually he might actually, because a lot of what I do. And not to say, like, I'm not trying to sound like Prodigy, but I definitely have been influenced by his pen. You know what I mean? Like
his vocal tone too, right? Kind of his slow and steady inflection. I can hear that in you as well. Yeah, absolutely. R.I.P. Definitely.
I probably go.
But he a Long Island dude too, so I mean, I think that makes sense. That's your you know, your pedigree.
Right. And I think Evidence sounds good over the shit too. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
choices.
A lot of the shit I do, it's like in the same realm of the shit. Like when I listen to Evidence albums, it's kind of like it's kind of similar. You know what I mean? And that's not on purpose. You know what I mean? Because you know, before I was even really listening to him like that. Like when I heard him, I was like, oh shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know, because a lot of people make that comparison. They'll be like, yo, your shit sounds like that, and his shit sounds like yours type shit.
You know, for you to just say that, for you to say that, I can hear it, but at the same time, it's definitely, y'all came up organically separate from each other, man. Like, I don't hear that the influence of him on you at all. You know what I mean? So I don't, but I can see where people would, if you close your eyes, you'd be like, oh, okay. Yeah, they rhyme in the same universe. Absolutely. Definitely.
Yeah, similar. I think we just both influenced by the same sounds and shit. You know what I mean?
That's raw. That's dope, man.
I think that's probably what that is. Yeah. I'll probably hit up Rock too. I think Rock.
Yeah, definitely.
I think he probably touched some lo-fi shit kind of crazy too.
Yeah, y'all could style on it, man. Y'all definitely, because of your your pimp approaches to things. Y'all definitely style on it. It'll be some good lounge music, you know, some Macadocious type shit, you know, sit back and break a bitch, you know.
Low key, man. I don't even think people be like, no, this music puts me in this mood. I just listen to it because it sounds good to me. So fuck that. I'm listening. I might drive. I might play basketball, shoot, warm up. I might try to even fight somebody listening to lo-fi music. I don't care. If it sounds good, it sounds good. I was bringing it back to Busta Rhymes. One of my favorite Dilla Busta Rhymes track is Genesis. Off Genesis.
Definitely.
And that is a weird beat. You know what I'm saying? That is a lot of people wouldn't have chose that.
See, and that's the thing, like, because you know, a lot of people could just record music, like they could just wake up and record, and I'm not that type of guy. It's got to be like organic for me. So if I'm not feeling it, I'm not gonna force it. You get what I'm saying? So I think that's really why I like Still Shining. You know what I mean? I like joints that move me and are a challenge, like, you know what I mean? And I like that type of shit, like beats that'll challenge me off drums, you know what I mean? Off.
You talking about the Mobb Deep Still Shining joint?
No. The Busta Rhymes.
Busta Rhymes Still Shining.
Yeah, like you mentioned before. I'm sorry.
Dilla. So I like shit where I could, you know what I mean? I could spit off beat, but still be on type shit. You know what I mean? Shit I can play around with. Yeah. I like that type of stuff.
That's an MC right there.
Yeah, man, exactly. Thanks, Lukey.
Yeah.
But not only that, it's a creative, because again, like you're somebody who wears multiple hats, so it's not something that I can't see you really just wanting to be enclosed in the label of I just rhyme or no, I just make these or whatever the case is. Like it's versatile.
Yeah, like I say it all the time. Once I get to the point where I feel like I've done every different thing I could do, then I'll just chill. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to put the same shit out over and over again. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Well, here I got a good one for you. Then going back to the top five. Going back to the top five theme. Who do you feel like you could break the monotony of? Who can you resurrect? You know, you see a lot of these. Like for example, you got your collaboration with Fredro, right? But who would you go back and get and be like, yo, I got some new era fire for you. Let's make some shit together. Or and even extend it to right now, somebody who you'd be like, yo, I've heard you do this to death. Let me lace you. Who do you think that you need to work with? Give me five.
Five, okay. Let's see. I like if I could get War Report Nori back, man, I would. If I could get that
Thirsty Nori. Thirsty Nori, okay. Yeah, okay.
If I could get that Nori back.
Nigga gone, man.
He got too much money now, huh?
Yeah,
I definitely bring him back. I'm gonna name people. You know, I would bring back.
Go for it, bro. Go for it.
Trying to think. I might even bring back Young Bleak.
Ooh.
Young Memphis Bleak. You know what I mean?
Ooh, Reasonable Doubt, Young Bleak. Hard Knock Volume 2.
Coming of Age Bleak.
Coming of Age Bleak, yeah.
Yeah, Regular Cat. That's another favorite song of mine. So I'd probably bring him back. Who am I listening to now? Let me see. So that's two. Maybe I'd probably bring. Trying to think who else. There's a lot of people out there, but I think I would. I mean, Hami is dope, but you know, Hami is doing his thing. My comedy, but I think
that don't mean he don't have no room for improvement. You can lace him.
I mean, I'm not gonna say he's nice with it. You know what I mean? But I would definitely
really changed up either. Hey, on the real, he started making more sense. Like low key before when he first came out, he wasn't making no sense. But now he's making the words. Hold
on, no, Lukey, no.
Come on, man. I'm a big fan.
Full circle, contradictory. You were just talking bad about K-pop and how you didn't want to listen to it because you didn't understand nothing. But you are a fan of Marciano. You ain't understand none of his Haitian talk when he was talking back in the day.
Nah. It wasn't Haitian. He was saying other stuff, like naming stuff I didn't know. That I had to go to the Googles.
You didn't know till you look. But that's what I'm saying. You didn't understand it, but you still liked it though, right?
But I don't even know how to spell those Korean words.
But does it matter?
I can go to the Googles, huh?
You'll find out later on how to spell it or whatever they're saying.
Smooth, finish the list, man. Come on.
I'm sorry.
Get this guy off my back. Get him off my back.
That's good. Young Nori, Young Bleak,
Tommy.
I'm a fan of early Bus, so I gotta say that because I really like Bus. You know what I'm saying? Like early Bus though. Who else?
He with us.
How early Bus? Like leaders of the new school Bus, scenario Bus, or you talking about first album Bus?
Like
first album Bus.
Extinction level, yeah.
I'm thinking
I played
more
the shit out of that.
I'm thinking more. I mean, Extinction was dope, but I'm thinking more the coming when disaster strikes around those.
When disaster strikes,
I'm thinking those. And trying to think who else that I would be like, yo, come fuck with me. Damn, so many dope
Go with a new recruit. Man. Yeah, who right now? Somebody that you feel like could use, could benefit from you. Who you'd like to join forces with? Or
you got Ito. I know you got Ito. Ito and you sound really good on the tracks together.
That's
a fact.
I saw him not too long ago too. What I'm listening to now that I would be like, yo, that's probably right now.
Yeah, it's tough, right?
Yeah, because
the fifth spot is always tough. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
I might have to come back to that, man. But I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking
Something
about
will strike you. Yeah, you'll think it through.
I'm thinking about that one. Word.
Well, why you thinking about that, man? What you got next on the table for us, man? Is it the Lo-Fi album the next thing you finna drop? Or
me and Giallo, we got one. He said, he's planning on putting it out in September.
Nice.
So we'll see. So September, October. Sounds crazy, man. That one is done. I got the Lo-Fi joint. I'm 6 joints in. And I'm working on a heavy soul bass album with my boy out in Cali, this dude, Danny Martin.
Yeah, D-Mar.
Dope.
Yeah.
Where's
he from?
He's from California, but man, his bag is crazy. You know what I mean?
He's from Northern Cali or Southern Cali? That's what I meant. Like, is he from like the Bay? Is he from LA?
I couldn't even tell you.
Okay.
To be honest with you, I'm not even sure. I don't want to get to. Yeah, but he's very heavy soul bass guy. So, and that, being that my grandfather was a soul musician, that's really big for me. Oh yeah. You can look him up. He's on Wikipedia and shit like that.
What's his name? Who was he playing for?
Well, he's his name is Little Busta. Little Busta and the Soul Brothers was his band. He played with a lot of people. He played with BB King and shit like that.
Nice.
He was blind, but he played 9 instruments. Taught me a lot of shit, man.
Wow.
Yeah. So like that's why I said like Bus is a family friend because coming up, my mom and my uncle went to school with Bus and the leaders. So I've been knowing them since I was like 5 years old. And Rock also went to school with them. So I've been knowing, I've always been a little kid. I've been a little guy to them. You know what I mean? So to actually work with like Rock was dope. You know what I mean? Because I always been the young guy. But
that joint on Medellin too. That shit crazy. Yeah. The gold joint. Yeah, that shit.
Yeah,
that shit bugging.
Gold. Yeah, but they used to record on my grandfather's equipment and shit. The leaders and everybody. So I used to go to my grandfather's shows and shit. So if it's soul bass, I gotta do it. You know what I mean? So his beats, I don't really care. I'm the type of guy, I don't care about how many followers you got. None of that, man. I just need the dope joints because if I could bring them to life, And the people, the people are gonna, that's it, So, I got the lo-fi joint. The Giallo joint is done. Lo-fi joint, I'm 6 joints in. And this other album, I'm 4 joints in. So I just been working, and then whatever's done first, I'll put out. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So indeed.
Can we talk a little bit about Paid in Full before we get too far into the future though? Because I just gotta salute. Yeah, man. I just really gotta salute you again just for putting out Paid in Full, man. Y'all, that project again. Y'all are very good at creating that soundscape, right? Mm-hmm. Creating that thematic world, man. And I really I had to tell Mav this. Like, I play that joint with the Iceman.
Oh yeah.
I play that joint all the time. All the time, man.
Yeah, he set the tone for that, man.
Yeah, y'all did it, but y'all set the tone, man. Who with the beat selection and everything on there, man. Mm-hmm. Like,
it's incredible.
Yeah.
That personally, that beat for it to be like inspired by that, About It. Come on, man.
Right.
But flipped in a whole different way. It's like, I loved it. I love the whole, like I said, the whole essence of that Paid in Full. Again, it just showcases how you and Hus get down. But still, who handled all the production on there? Or was it a bunch of people?
The majority of it was this guy from Scotland, Machacha. He did that one.
Oh, that is Machacha did that. Okay.
Yeah,
Shout out Machacha, man.
Yeah, the majority of that was done by Machacha. Yeah. What up? And then we got a couple album. Yeah, exactly. And then we got a couple other guys on there, but him, DJ Phantom, a guy named Sean Reckless. But for the most part, it was Machacha.
That's what's up, man. Y'all love staying in that overseas zone too, man. But it complements y'all style though.
Yeah, definitely. Exactly.
They got the soundscape that they overseas. Whenever everybody's making trap music was down here. They was making the Owls or whatever. All them motherfuckers over there. We had a bag of beats. Shout out to DJ Dread-Eye, Esma Harbor, all these guys I met on MySpace in myruckus.com, myruckus.com. The UK and other Budapest, Hungary, all these Poland, they had
it.
That sound.
Yeah, my guy KZine over there.
Yeah,
also the Shadow Hunters. I don't know if y'all familiar with a group called the Shadow Hunters. They did electric hip hop. It's a pioneer in electric hip hop. I was like, yo, what the fuck is this? Yeah, and they was this stuff with the Trickers or whatever. They were in France. All this music in this dead period was coming. All the beats was made by the homies overseas. And that's how it kind of still is, yo. They really got a good ear.
Definitely.
They got a great ear.
Yeah, they do, yo.
The majority of my time was, working with guys from over there. Yeah, man.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think you definitely are the person that kind of stamped a lot of those overseas dudes to make it where other people in the abyss were looking like, yo, let me rock with them. Let me check them out. Cause I heard they did this joint with Smooth.
Yeah. It's true. Yeah. It's true.
That's fair.
It's very true. And, a lot of people may not believe that, but it's the truth.
No, it's a fact.
It's a fact.
You know what I mean? And you're so humble, man. Like, you're not one of these dudes out here that's like really, doing 20 tweets in a row talking about how you invented ice cream and water and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't talking about, I wear the most expensive nothing or crazy. Like, you just show and prove with your talent.
Exactly.
And I think people will take notice of that, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, because guys will be like, get the fuck out. Like, I watch people.
That's a fact.
They'll be like, get out of here. You know what I mean? And I watch people work with guys that I knew when they were, making beats in their bedroom. And, what I mean? Me and Hus, working with them and influencing them to work with American artists and stuff like that. So,
y'all made it so y'all opened their ears, I think. To kind of digging into our world, man. Absolutely.
Exactly. For sure.
I remember when I saw Hus in Rosewood I think it was Digi Crates.
Yeah, exactly.
Digi Crates.
This is Digi Crates. They was on that. They was on that label. And
That's
then
what I'm
Hus
saying.
had a song with Rock. This has to be like 10 years, 11.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
And Rock produced the beat for Hus. And Rosewood was like, where's Rosewood? Anyway, this is forever ago. This is in Brazil.
Brazil, yeah, he's chilling in Brazil, man. Yeah, he's living well. Yeah.
Shout out Rosewood.
You know Rosewood? Primo Jab?
Yeah, I was on a show with him. I did a show with him for A3C. We were all in the same lineup.
Oh shit! Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Was you at that show with Machacha?
Rosewood, Auntie Meridian.
Yeah, Auntie Meridian was
okay.
Auntie Meridian, yeah.
And then Primo Jab. Yep. It was the three of us on that show.
I didn't know that shit. I probably was there. I remember it was Great Scott, Hus Kingpin, Auntie Meridian, and Machacha open with no mask. You know what I'm saying?
And then me. I was in that show.
And you was there. So this was like way back. This is like way back.
Yeah, it was at the Star Bar in Atlanta.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't Star Bar. It was
the Star Bar.
529.
Okay, that might be a different Auntie Meridian show, but the one I was with that, it was me.
Ray Scott. He
might have been there. You know, but that's my man. We were all in the same circles around then. But yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely with Rosewood and Auntie Meridian. That was,
It's
that was an epic show. It was a great show.
Definitely, yo. But this is all, they said it was 6 degrees of separation. Now it's like 2 or 3. Because
you gotta say
back then, I didn't know you and Hus was cool like that. And I was just going around finding all these, I guess, rabbit holes to figure out how to use the internet. I guess, I don't know, man. It's like, everything was just coming together, yo. I'm like, oh, Rosewood, yo, boom, this is good. You can get like a check for like $500 for like selling like 2 songs of DigiCrates, man. Look at this. My shit, I'm going to Japan. I'm like, really? Yeah, Hus is coming down here. Hus. I met Hus. I was like, oh shit, these motherfuckers are really doing this shit. Hus got a song with Rock Marciano. Rock did the beat. Like then you find you. Then like you find a lot of other. You just find all these bang, 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 bang. I was like, I already know who Smooth is. I followed this motherfucker for like 2 years already on MySpace. Right. Word, you know this nigga. Word. And I'm playing basketball against Rosewood. And my cousin went and got the pistol because the nigga was fouling me too hard. You know what I'm saying? Word,
somebody was fouling you too hard?
Yeah,
that doesn't
man.
even sound true.
It don't do it, but my cousin went and got the pistol in his pit bull. Yeah.
Did you learn it from watching him?
Yeah, exactly. Did he teach you how to foul? Is that where that came from?
No, I was already fouling niggas real hard back then. I really was.
So you have to know that Lukey is an incredible hack, and he likes to beat people up on the basketball court.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, definitely.
Smooth.
Intimidation tactics. Makes people bleed their own blood. It's rough.
Yeah. Before we head out of here, I'd like to let you know, my favorite basketball play ever is when Bruce Bowen karate kicked that man in the face on the 3-point line. If y'all never seen that shit, go look up Bruce Bowen. Go to the Googles.
I'm going to the Googles.
It's on Bruce the Googles Bowen for sure.
Karate kicked the man in the face on the 3-point line. Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing, yo. Yeah, so September we got a album coming out. I can't wait till that Lo-Fi album comes out, man. That shit should be some amazing shit. It's a genre that it really needs to be tapped into by us, not the super nerdy guys. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, even though they cool, but they ain't fresh like us. They ain't cool like us. We kick it with them at the con. Yeah, but yeah.
A lot of those guys, a lot of those lo-fi guys don't even really. They just really into instrumentals too. They really don't want to work with rappers like that, man. So because they're getting that Spotify money, man. Just off those playlists. But luckily enough, I got a good set of people that fuck with me.
True indeed. And there's a lot. Like I said, there's guys make that lo-fi shit that do love hip hop, and they don't wear fucking Naruto Shinobi headbands on their head. You know what I'm saying? Those guys, the guys who wear the Naruto Kenobi Village.
Facts,
nerdy dudes. Yeah, those guys right there. Yeah, those guys hate me and they love me at the same time because I'm just like them, but I'm wearing fly sneakers. I ain't wearing no headband in the grocery store.
Yeah, right. Just like them. That's exactly. People don't even know. That's the shit. You know, I tell people all the time, I'm just like you, man. Like, you know, just like you.
But we're just a tad bit cooler.
Just a little more smooth. Just a little more smooth.
Yeah. Carl, what do you have? Carl, what else we have before we hop off of here?
Yeah,
man?
so I want to make note that you know, we did do that episode last week on that hip hop is dead era. And I want to make sure that anytime we have a real MC in class with us that was holding it down in that period, that I give full respect and your proper due. So I appreciate you for, you know, being in that era and putting in the groundwork to not only see that Slane not only continue but thrive. But then to still be in it, creating dope offerings like you are, it's amazing as a fan. So as much as I appreciate all of that, I really appreciate you taking the time just to hang out with us. This is a dope conversation.
For sure. Thank you. I appreciate you having me, man. You know, and I'm here if you ever want to do it again.
Oh, yeah.
Even if it's not about me, you just want me to special guest, whatever. I'm here.
Nice. We love that.
Remember that. We got a spot coming for you soon.
Yeah, just hit me, man. I'm here, you know. Talk my shit and whatnot. Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. Jack, continue before we hop off here.
But I mean, you know, continuing what Carl said, man, you know, I reached out and I'm really happy that you were like, yeah, let's do it, man. Like, cause it's been an honor to have you on the show and really build with you. You absolutely are smooth, motherfucker. You really cool. Just like how you come across. Yeah. So, but I mean, aside from that, like I stated earlier, man, you've been a professional out here, man. You definitely have put in the work, and it shows in the quality of your craft, man. With the beats that you're doing and with the rhymes that you put together too. You know, I like the fact that you rep really hard that Long Island Renaissance that happened, man. Like Carl was saying, again, you one of those dudes, man, who was really stamping people out here. Like I mentioned earlier, it was a time that overseas sound was really only represented because of XM Producer and Smooth. So we got to definitely give you your roses for your contributions and make sure everybody else knows that, you know, you out here, you still getting busy if they wasn't already aware, but they had to be aware unless they've been living under a rock. But again, man, thank you so much for you know, saying yes and coming on the show, man. We appreciate you, man. Keep doing what you do.
Man. Thank you, man. Thank you for having me, for real.
Yes, sir.
In the fifth member, Ka Smooth Tape.
Yeah. Ka, damn, I knew, Ka for sure.
It popped out. But that goes ahead to say it, man. I mean, him being the Brooklyn representative, but I mean, between you, Hus, Rock, like y'all were making Long Island proud, man. Like y'all took Long Island. Hempstead niggas in charge, man. That's all I gotta say, man. Y'all represented, man. Absolutely, man. Salute to you.
Imagine an album with Smooth, Hus, Ka, Rock, and Knowledge the Pirate. All
that should be raw.
Group.
That would be crazy.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be. It's, you know, I would love for that to happen.
Ahoy!
Oh yeah. I would love. I would love.
It's only three. There's only three of those guys. You know what I'm saying? Well, you already have two, so we got to add two more. You know what I'm saying? Because anytime y'all can drop, you and Hus can drop anytime. So add two more of those guys. It don't matter. Man, that would be crazy. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
Lukey.
Yeah. And the production, and y'all don't need no other production than just you and Rock.
Snatch somebody up. Yeah, man. Snatch somebody up, man. Do an album for somebody.
Yeah, Ka's nice too. He does most of his shit. He produces most of his shit. So
oh my God.
And then you produce that. That'd be the craziest album ever.
Right.
It could be dope.
Yeah,
it could be super dope.
You know, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. You know, he actually came to my house back in the day. You know what I mean? Back when Hus was staying with me, Ka came here. He dropped off his album, Ironworks.
Nice.
Oh wow, that's what's up.
Yeah. So,
and I heard he only works with people he meets.
Y'all so lucky, man, living in New York, man. Y'all just, oh yeah, casually. Oh yeah, Kai used to come by my house. Oh my pops and them went to school with Busta Rhymes and Rock Marcy. It's no big deal. Like what?
Really
like this to us, this is like what? Are you serious?
I've been working with Onyx, you know.
Yeah, that's no big deal. Yeah, I work with Onyx. Yeah, I know those guys. It's cool. No big deal.
I mean, you know, it's an honor, but like I said, I'm a humble dude, man.
Absolutely,
you are definitely.
You know, I'm not the guy that's gonna act like, you know, oh my God, like I'm the shit. You know what I mean? I'm still in awe of myself, but you know, I gotta, you know, remain humble.
Keep it cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep. That's why you
a
win.
lot of these dudes, they get big heads and people stop fucking with them, you know, because of that. So I'll remain me the whole time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, real shit.
For sure.
Yeah, me too. And we appreciate that about you. And I'm never gonna delete Reddit until they. I'm gonna be on there trolling the OnlyFans girl. I'm gonna be in there. Everybody, I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in to this special broadcast of the Biz Podcast. You know what I'm saying? This issue right here, issue 105 out there. Look out September for the new Smooth album. It's Smooth with a V. We was the first guy I ever seen spell his name like that. Now you got other people like Love the Genius and other people who come and do that. Cause that's another innovative thing he done too. So Smooth with a V out there. If you ain't familiar, get familiar. Yeah, definitely pay the fool out right now. Project, you out right now. Times. Go, boom, yeah. So boom, let's go check it out. You know what I'm saying? Word, and remember, drink water. And girls can't get pregnant through the mouth. See y'all next week.
Peace.
Word. All right, peace.